Sounds a bit counterintuitive, doesn't it? I read the title of this video, email. And you're like, Ryan, why do I want people to unsubscribe from my email list? And so I'll tell you the reason why is that basically the number of people that are in your email database, it's a vanity number, right? So like, to give you a bit of a comparison, you'll see, someone who's really popular on social media, and I'll put popular in inverted commas there because that's a whole nother can of worms. But you get, say a social media influencer who's got, say, 300,000 followers, right? On the face value of that, 300,000 followers is amazing. But when you deep dive into some of these influencers, you'll find that their engagement rates are low. Their audience is not engaged whatsoever. They're not, liking and sharing and commenting, and they're not buying whatever that influencer is influencing them about. So, like in the past, I've seen influencers, what we generally call micro influencers, that have got say 5 to 10,000 followers, but the follower base or the customer base is so engaged with them that their sales rates are insane. On the flip side of that, you get, using the original example of someone with 300,000 followers, and their follower base is in the single digits in terms of how many buy or subscribe or whatever they're pushing or whatever they're influencing. So the same ethos goes with your email database. So whether you have 100 people or 500 people, or whether you have 10,000 people in your database, doesn't matter. I don't give a rat's. The thing that you should be looking at is how engaged they are in your content, how receptive they are to your offers and your sales content within your email marketing strategy. And don't be undeterred when people unsubscribe, because unless it's a mass exodus when it comes to people unsubscribing, more often than not, you're doing something right by people unsubscribing. So if you have a scenario where obviously, I don't know, say half of your database unsubscribes from one email or a couple of emails, okay, maybe you need to relook at your strategy. But when you've got, say, a trickle of people, say, you've got 1,000 people and maybe 1 or 2 every week unsubscribe, it's normal, it's totally fine. And you're never going to please everybody. So what I say to people is, it doesn't matter what you start off with, it doesn't matter what you want to grow to, it's all about how you manage and help your database on a weekly basis, or however often you're emailing. Bonus tip, I would say, for most businesses, if you're not emailing weekly and you have the capacity to do that, you are missing out. There's no real set value on how many times you should be emailing. I'm on lists, personally, for companies that email me once a month, once every 2 months, once every 6 months. I've got companies like Nike who email me pretty much on the daily, which is totally fine, because as a customer of Nike, I love the brand, and I'll always buy their shoes, so that doesn't bother me. I would say if you're not doing it weekly though, and you should have something to talk about weekly, whether it's a job that you've done or a project, or it's an offer, whatever it may be, you should have some kind of content to talk to your database about. Try and focus on doing it weekly. If you can do it monthly as well, totally fine. I would say that's the bare minimum. But yeah, just keep the cadence up and do what you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do. So when you're getting people to sign up, hey, you've got that little pop up on your website or whatever the call to action is to sign up to your email database, just be genuine around it, and be fully transparent around what they're signing up to. Tell them it's going to be salesy, tell them it's going to be informational, tell them all the things, so that you're not baiting and switching and then finding out, oh, hey, I signed up these 500 people in the last week, but 400 of them left because they didn't understand what they were signing up to. So pop in the comments below what you think, and if you need any help around, questions around email marketing and nurture sequences and automations and whatnot, pop them in the comments. Happy to answer them for you.